What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Entertainment Report podcast, but this is the pull-up edition because we brought back our brother Esco the Shocker to speak about the big song that just came out. That's Gadzilla featuring Bounty Killer, Vybz Kartel, and Busy Signal. He's the producer. We're going to get into it right here. Mr. Esco, what's going on, my brother?
Magic, man, I said, brother, respect and honor, manners and honors to everybody locked into the cast again. It's a pleasure to be here. Man, I said, bro, you don't know, honored we're out here doing big things in music again, so,
Definitely see that. And it's this song right here. This is a big one right here with Bounty, Vybz Kartel, Busy Signal. This brings us right back to basically like Alliance days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the main reasons we even embarked on a journey like this to get such a great collaboration is because of how needed it is in the industry. Mm-hmm. I said those days of alliance and those days of the unity between artists was huge for the genre. And as a big producer, record everybody across the business. It's not a political thing, it's about music. So we try to keep it that way, and when you do that, you end up finding yourself with these huge collaborations. So it's an honor, bro.
For sure. And what was even the thinking behind that? Because to me, it brought me right back to like a fully loaded Rust type of days where this is something you guys would put together, say, how are we going to really bust the dance with something big? This is what it sounded like to me. How did you come up with it?
Yeah, for real. It's been trained in every industry. The prowess of a selector. The know-how of a producer, the links of an artist. So I was able to bring all of those things together. I played and fully loaded. I've been producing and also trying to be very creative. And then the fact that I'm an artist as well, I have these links. So it's just being blessed to be in the right position at the right time.
Mm-hmm. And what was the whole? How did you put together this project here? What was the first thing you did to really get this song started? Because this was a big
one. Well, as you know, I'm doing a lot of work on the King of Kingston album. Mm-hmm. Big up to Bounty Killer. And I've been working on over 15 tracks, whether writing or doing other things, recording. And this was my submission. It's just my brainchild towards the album. I hear all these big things being submitted, DJ Khaled, Busta Rhymes, Not Nice, all these different things. So, this was just my creative input towards the album, and I thought a track like this is something that the album never had yet. And of course, as a fan of Kartel, the album had just come out and I was listening to Chip Glock, and of course it mentioned Killer name in a Chip Glock, so, I said, creativity take it from there, brother.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And then even with Killer, when you brought the idea to Killer, what did he think about it, or where was his mind when it came to that song, that type of idea?
Well, Killer knows him soldier, them are some mad in the fam. So it's like, I feel like he was anticipating what my contribution would be, especially because I was already working on tracks and seeing what the album was about. So he was ecstatic, And at the same time, he was, excited, and it kind of brought back that whole vibe that you see the song brought back, reminiscent of that back in the days creativity, that days where we used to come together and collaborate to create these bombs in our music. I say? So you don't know, everybody loving the vibe, man, and I will make sure we reach out to everybody and try and bring in people on the whole energy, and it worked.
Even with Busy now, so how did Busy get involved with this project here now? Or was it Kartel, Bounty, and then Busy? How did that part get involved there?
All right, so after I sample Chip Glock and build the beat, we go into some writing ideas, check Killer, make him know what I deal with. Love the vibe, totally ecstatic, we'll link up, call me out a little more. You understand? But I was sampling the sample from YouTube. So I went over to a good friend of mine, a music guru and a intangible contributor to the music, that is Johnny Wonder. So I went over to Johnny Wonder office now because I realized that Chip Glock was put out on his platform. So I went over to Johnny. Johnny made the right calls. and I got the acapella in about 13 minutes. Yeah, you know. So I got the acapella about 13 minutes, and then I made a cleaner cut of the beat with Yo Christian, big up to Christian. Because at the time my Ableton was giving me a little bit of issue, so I went over to Christian them and we chopped up the beat. And then from there, got Killer to record on theme part with the lyrics and stuff, and then I went back to Johnny now, just to make sure that the sample that I used and everything was cool with Kartel. And in 3 days I got back a verse. You know what I mean? So I just testament to perseverance and hard work, and of course all of us knowing each other over time and still having this true love for music that we just want to do it for the fun, for the love, to see what other barriers we can push, you know. So we get that verse there from teacher now, of course, bring it back to Killer now, and the whole vibe get even double act. And then Killer them now was the person who actually bring it round by busy them. You know what I mean? I make him know say, Esco, them a chop up that mad idea, yeah, Ray. You know what I mean? It was nice if you could react. Of course, busy love the idea. Boom. So it all came together in the space of a week in a fam. While we were working on the whole King of Kingston album, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, we were playing with which single to come first, and then this one was just what the fans was requesting, so we just let it loose.
Right there, like that. And even the beat itself, why did you decide to go almost like back to whole dance hall vibe instead of the more trap dance hall right now? What was the thinking behind?
Well, I mean, we love what's going on now, you know, fam, the new age and the evolution. I just feel like maybe dancehall needs brackets, need a little bit of definition in terms of, you know, I think the genre is broadening and spreading into subgenres, if you will. But we need the balance. So I definitely want to go away from the chop snare. You know what I'm saying? And we definitely want to keep the dancehall influence in it. Even though dancehall is the root of hip hop, is like sometimes when the dancehall becomes too much hip hop, it's not necessarily the best marketability for us. So I want to keep dancehall in there, and there's hot wax. There's a little bit of like a loop like hot wax, similar to hot wax. There's a loop in there, and you know we did some elements to make sure that dancehall was all over it, bro. Because that's what we feel is missing from, you know, even current production now. It's lacking the fusion. It's lacking the elements of the authenticity. It's lacking those prime key components that overseas American, European markets are looking for. So we definitely want to include that in the whole vibe.
I got you. And even Delano now, how did he get involved with this project now?
It's history in the making, fam. I mean, first of all, I'm so grateful for everybody who collaborated and lent their strength on the project, because I mean, it's just me trying to be creative and everybody really feeling the current and the wave. Delano now, you know, he's really due credit on a lot of different things that he does, and he hasn't really got me. So this time now, we definitely stuck out and say, all right, we are going for the G, the General, the King, the man who made the mega mix. You know what I say? Because at the time he was so busy, so I was just doing my thing, so I was just reaching out to different people. But once Killer reached out to him and he agreed to do it, you know what I mean, it was an honor. And of course, he actually came and felt the project a little bit more because he was here in Jamaica with us, so we was able to pull it off, man. I don't know. From the classic, them leave the world in chop, it's like, you know, we'd have to go back for more classic input on it, fam, because we realize there's a classic with the bill.
For sure. Even recording with Killer now, when you guys recorded this song, did you guys record it in the day, in the night? What was the vibe when you were recording the Killer part of this song here?
Bro, I want to tell you, so this was about 1 of 4 songs that do that night in a fam. Yeah, Killer's been in the studio heavy, you know. I've been encouraging him for this, you know, if we kind of go back to that day one vibe there, you know what I mean? We have a nice private studio where nobody not to know where we work. So, you know what I mean? That night we did actually 4 songs for the album. And, you know, the 2 verses on Gadzilla happened that same night there as, I think, the Khalid verses and a few other top tracks on the album. So that night was a really historic night for me in studio personally.
Definitely. What was the one thing that you learned in this project from Killa that you've never really seen from him before, that you see, okay, I see something different in Killa working on this project here?
Evolution, evolving your sound, evolving your attitude, you know what I mean, evolving your work ethic, taking more pointers from younger people, from people with different ideas, with different, concepts, and you realize that's what helps a veteran artist, a long-standing artist with an over 10, 15, 20-year career, any stalwart, any leader of the generation type artist. You realize that's the kind of thing you have to do to stay alive, to stay current, to stay successful.
Where could they pick up this fire track right now? Because I know it just came out. Where could they get it?
No, it's out today on all platforms, everywhere, man. You can get it everywhere. And of course, a few lucky people can hit me up on Instagram, and I might shoot it to them directly. Because, this one is really for the fans, man. The collaboration is something that dancehall needed. Producers need to see this, that, don't get politically affiliated. Stay producing music for the sake of music. Artists need to realize, stop all up against them one another. You get me? I say, the veteran artists and the artists them with experience and the man who have them big career for turn around and know, say, all right, use their power for and enrich the genre. You know what I'm saying? So we're not really even a whole out, fam. We just want this one to live up the place, and because there's lots more to come.
Hear you 100%. Even you as a producer now, how important was it for you to put together this project here, this song in particular? Because we know you did the legendary, which was the Beanie and Bounty. So now to put together a Bounty, Vybz Kartel, and Busy Signal, how important was that for you as a producer?
It's huge. It's huge, bro. This is what you live for. This is what you do. I'm sure anyone does their craft for is to do big things in your craft, is to make history in your craft, is to leave a mark, leave a stamp on your craft. So, I feel very fortunate. It's testament to doing work over a long period of time. It's testament to staying true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it says a lot for me as a producer. Especially coming from a group left side of Esco, where, people may have not realized that I do beat building, songwriting, full production, celebrity engineering, everything, if you want to call it that, I'm saying? It's like, because I don't really, not because I'm an artist or anything, fam, I'll get behind the boards and record somebody too. I'm like fully immersed in the craft. So it's like, it's huge for me to be validated in this way, and I just, I encourage the fans to embrace them versatility and also look out for more of that from me.
For sure. Leave your Instagram handles or anywhere they could check you out. Big up everybody that was involved with the project before I get you out of here.
Yeah, well, of course, you can check me out at Esco the Shocker, ESCODASHOCKER. Every handle you can Google me. You understand? Of course, we want to big up Johnny Wonder, we want to big up Teacher, Busy Killer, because at the end of the day, some people feel like you have to big up them Monday, but at the end of the day, you have to big them up too, because, it's all love and I saw it end up turn back into a song like this is the way in which you handle the relationships and the linkage between the man them and the business. You understand? You have to just know how for roll and lead the thing. So big up to the whole of the man them I collaborate. Big up to Dilly, big up my engineer Tektronic, big up to Kristan, big up the whole Talking gang, big up the whole team, because it's a team thing for me, it's not a one-man thing. So, and big up to all the fans out there, and, respect for the support. Big up to you, Muscle, and the one of the crew, everybody, the thing, though. But,
just like that, S, thank you so much.
Bless my bro. Respect again, hear that?
You definitely know it's always love every time we connect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, big up to the fans and big up to the ladies. The thing that Esco represented, extremely, extraordinarily effective.
All right, just like that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, The Pull Up, and we are...
Please, huh?
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinemusichut.com.